Do you know what this is in my background? It's a teeter-totter. When I was a kid, I used to love teeter-totters. And now you can't play with just yourself on the teeter-totter. I tried, but it doesn't work very well. But it was fun then. Now, this picture doesn't seem very fun to me. It seems to say that in order to be happy, we either are choosing love or money. And it doesn't seem, I don't know that there's a balance between love and money. And it goes back to, and maybe you think there's a balance, but I more importantly want us to steer away from whether or not there's a balance and walk into something that Brother Shannon said during worship on February 12th. So a couple of weeks ago, he posed a question, and the question was, what one thing can create a situation whereby we can live longer? And the answer was happiness. And then when you delved a little deeper, or when he delved deeper, it was relationship makes us happy. Relationship and investing in relationships is what creates a joyful, long life. I agree with him. So I think this, when I saw this picture for my devotional, I thought this really portrays it well. Money is not going to make us happy. We may think money makes us happy, but it doesn't. Loving people, loving God, building building a relationship with God, that's the ticket. And so I also was reading from one of my prayer books, and there's on my prayer book, there are daily reflections. And I wanted to read the daily reflection. It's from Carlo Corretto, and the book or the article is called In Search of the Beyond. So Carlo Corretto, in just a brief reflection, says we are not happy because we are unforgiving, and we are unforgiving because we feel superior to others. Don't get caught up in that. I want you to hear the whole thing. I'll read that sentence again, but I want you to not get caught up, and I want you to move on because there's more stuff here. We are not happy because we are unforgiving, and we are unforgiving because we feel superior to others. Mercy, this is where I want to go, mercy and love. Mercy is the fruit of the highest degree of love, because love creates equals, and a greater love makes us inferior. First, let us establish three premises. Those who do not love feel superior to everyone else. Those who love feel equal to everyone else. And those who love much gladly take the lower place. Now we're getting into what makes us happy. He goes on, each one of us can identify his position somewhere along this spectrum, which comprises the 3 degrees of the spiritual life here on earth. Either death for those who do not love, life for those who love, and holiness for those who love much. The beatitude of the merciful relates, like all the beatitudes, to the realm of holiness, and we have to admit that Jesus sets his sights high when he had the courage and confidence to place this lofty ideal before us. It is the beatitude that he himself lived to the full, stooping out of love to the lowest place, even to the extent of being rejected as a common criminal, fit only to be hung on a gibbet. Wow. Now let's look at this picture again. Because money meant nothing to Christ. Relationship with you meant everything to Christ. And if he were on the teeter-totter, that whole heart would be totally upside down, so that let's see, let me see if I can get this right. So that this one right here would be all the way down. Love would weigh out the money. And when I was a kid, if you didn't have anyone to play with, you might put something on the other end of the teeter-totter and then come down hard so that what was on the other end would go whoo and be dumped. And I kind of see Jesus as doing that with his love for us. If he were on the teeter-totter over on that side, he would make it go down so far that the money would go whoo and go sailing off, because money means nothing. And love and relationship means everything. So I'm going to give you these 3 spectrums again, and I think it's worth pondering for each one of us. So the 3 premises: those who do not love feel superior to everyone else. Those who love feel equal to everyone else. And those who love much gladly take the lower place. And then the 3 degrees of spiritual life here on earth, according to those 3 premises: either death for those who do not love, life for those who love, and holiness for those who love much. I want to be on that holiness side. I want to love much. And so if you could imagine yourself on the teeter-totter, imagine which place you're going to be. Are you going to be over on the love side, or are you going to be over on the material side? Because it doesn't have to be money. It could be material. Where are you going to invest your time? In relationship or in things? This week, let's invest, not in this, but in this. Have a great week, you guys.